catering business.
Welcome back from the break. This is Doreen Kemcha. I'm here with my guest Rita, amazing financial literacy instructor. This is Women in Business on Smart 24 TV. Now, we were still talking about these different aspects, right, of finance that we don't seem to always hone in on until by mistake later on.
Yeah.
And then we talked about, during the break, we actually talked about the fact that you must be able to pay yourself as well. Otherwise, if you don't pay yourself and you want to spend everything, you want to save everything, you're going to reach a point and burn out.
Yeah.
And when you burn out, you're literally going to say, you know what? Because we've had all these different things among women. Let me just have fun. I've worked for so long. Let me have this fun. And then they go being, shopping. They go, and then they wipe out. They wipe out.
Their hard earned savings.
The savings.
So it's very important. That's why we have a money plan. And the money plan has, now the money plan we usually use has tithe, give, save, and then spend. Tithe for believing Christians is for church, but give is give to a cause, give to children on the streets, give to a charity, have a portion of your money to give back to somebody else.
Yes.
Then we have save and then spend. Spend is important because when we work, we want to feel like we've gotten something for us.
True.
It's important to gratify that space in you, within you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like you have said, when you don't, you get to a point and you have burnout. You're tired.
And you want revenge.
And you want to revenge, but you get all your hard-earned savings and wipe the account. Yes. And then afterwards you feel bad because...
And then you now put in like 120%. I'm going to bring back this money that I spent. Oh, I shouldn't have been this silly. I'm going to bring it back.
Yes, and you feel terrible about
Guilt tripping.
Yes. So to make sure you don't have that, you have to spend. I tell the children, some children are too excited. I had a child whose parent told me, you know what, Melinda, I'm sorry, Melinda, forgive me.
Yes.
But Melinda would spend. The dad would give Melinda a lot of money to go when she's going back to school and a lot of money.
Yeah.
And the mom would be like, my goodness, how do I teach this girl? Probably the same way my mom was feeling. But when Melinda got exposed to this information, she became a saving.
Yes, a saver.
Saver like beyond. Doesn't eat nothing, doesn't spend on anything.
On the extreme.
On the extreme. She was on this extreme cross to the other extreme. Yeah. I told her, Melly, you are going to spend something. So I watch out for certain children because you want to balance it out. Because we all know, after you do that for a while, you get tired.
Yeah.
You're like, what is this for? I can't even have a little something that I love. So it is, what are you going to spend? What are you going to spend it on? So for that child, the saving is easy. Now we have to make sure you spend.
But we also have this in our culture, in our society. I've heard this so many times being said, eat. Eat your money. Tomorrow
will care for itself.
Exactly. Tomorrow will take care of itself. You will have energy. Even the dead cannot spend that money. And there's even this other joke about all those people that get to see a sack of cement in every, a sack of cement in every plate of chips. You understand?
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yes, as in the extremities. You're so frugal to such a point that you cannot, indulge yourself in a couple of pleasures. And then the other one to the other extremity is such a spendthrift that they can't save. But then you find this person who is disciplined and is being tagged to release more, to spend more, and not necessarily to save more.
So now when we're doing the program, it's to notice where the children are on that spectrum.
Yes.
So if you have my Melly, you have to be on her. We are going to spend some. What is your money plan saying? What are you going to do? And you help her make sure she spends.
Yeah.
And then you have that one who you're like, where is your save?
Yeah.
Where do we put it? You have to save it. So it's like finding that balance. Finding that balance. But all of those things come from practice.
Yeah.
But it's important.
Because the essence of financial literacy is to have that knowledge and the basics, the knowledge on how to make the best financial decisions. That's right?
Yes.
And it all still, gets around, earning the money, spending, saving the money, and spending.
And budgeting, which is spending really.
Yes, budgeting and spending, right?
Yes.
Budgeting, spending.
Budgeting, okay, spending. But when we spend, we want to be able to budget. Because the truth is, I believe there might be some rich people out there in the world who don't have to worry about their expenses being higher than their income.
Because they have financial managers.
Exactly.
They have financial managers.
Exactly. But in the regular world, most times you find that what you want to spend on is far up there compared to what you have, what you're earning. So you need to budget. That's when you get to understand necessity, desire, wants, needs. You have to decide, okay, so what am I spending on? Okay? Otherwise, your money is put to waste because you finish and you spend on a desire and you have an urgent need, but the money isn't there.
Getting back to your clients, have you noticed any particular discrepancies or gaps or particular telltale signs, especially when it comes to gender, the boys and the girls, when it comes to finances actually, and how to financial literacy? Have you seen any particular things that pop out regular?
With boys, I find that it's like they can go for anything.
But why? Why? Okay.
The boys, I had a boy who woke up and did maths for rabbit farming.
And
he was
make
excited.
They make up their mind, and when they make up their minds, they stick by it.
He made money. The boy, he just said he was making his, like, we have Excel sheets, counting in his numbers and putting on, like, oh my God, he was excited and went and.
Yes.
And then the girls are stuck to domestic
comfort zones. Gendered roles.
Yeah. I will make cakes, I'll make some cookies, I will make some juice, and you're thinking, get out there, get out there.
Yeah.
So those are two distinct things that I have seen, that the boys will be out, the things that get them out. The girls are more like trying to
stay within the confines of comfort.
And I don't know if it has to do a lot with our parenting skills. I believe it may. But what we are trying to do right now is to actually also get to work with other people who are doing different things and tell the parents, there's this opportunity and this is how it works.
Yeah.
We partner with these people, we partner with these, so that parents get an opportunity to place their children in different spaces where they know they are safe, but also they are learning skills and are going to make money at the end of the day. It might be little money,
but they're going to make some money.
Yeah.
What do you think inhibits parents from actually exposing their girl children to all these business opportunities? Is it mainly a concern with safety? Because when I talk to women, that is their number one priority. Yes.
Yes, safety, but also traditions, like the way attitudes,
yes.
like inborn the African society. So society attitudes about women. Somewhere you see we are out here, you and I.
Yes.
But when you go to my home, I will. Where are you going, my daughter? No, you're not going anywhere. So it's there. It's the protective, nurturing heart of a mother.
Yeah.
But I think we have to find solutions to those things, and yes, protect our children, but also create situations where they will be safe. Yes, they will get that skill, but you add on a little something to make sure that they are safe.
Yes.
Rather than just throwing out baby and bathwater,
And it's true, because even right now, with my approach, I will try and expose them to as much varied activities, whether it's tools, whether it's engineering, whether it is something else. I will try and expose them to as much as possible. But my number one concern, even with my desire to expose my daughters, randomly, all my children, including my daughters, must be exposed to tools, must be exposed to construction, must be exposed. At the back of my mind, immediately when I want to place them, I take a much longer time to see exactly whether there is the safety component.
Yeah.
Who is going to actually stick with them? Are these people reliable? If I leave, can I come? And I remember one of my friends went and sat with her sons. Yes, she had taken the sons out to a particular camp and she went there from morning till evening.
Wow.
Morning till evening. Because she was very
parents.
intentional about it in regards to safety. Now imagine what how it will be for, because there is that worry. It's no longer even just the girl will be molested. Right now, boys are also being molested.
In a split second.
In seconds. Yes, and she already had that awareness and was saying, I'm going to protect my boys for as long as I can until they're old enough. Now imagine the parent with the girl. Literally, they'll say, I don't even want to think about this. Let me just leave you inside the house.
I've had parents with girls who want the girls to do the program and they are not budging. One of them told me, I need to meet you.
Yeah.
How can I? Yeah. Like to fill me out. Am I safe, or to give me their child? And then, and I understand.
Yes.
So when they feel you, they tell everybody else. She's okay.
Word of mouth.
Yeah, word of mouth. So it is there, even when we're doing the classes these days.
Yeah.
So
this is an opportunity. Please just talk to them, because they need to know it. Whenever there is a gap, and this is what we love about women in business, because it highlights these gaps and we address them, make linkages to resources as well. Whenever there is a gap that needs to be met by someone, for example, a parent wants their daughter, their son to get financially literate, but then they're also worried about the safety component. So just talk about that opportunity. What opportunity is there right now?
For Thrifty?
Yes.
Okay, so Thrifty to Bounty, we have classes for teenagers and children beginning from ages 7.
Yeah.
We have Thrifty Teens and Thrifty Kids. Now, if you want to educate your children on financial literacy, having the skills and the tools they need to become better at managing their money, starting from now, but aiming at the future as adults, join us. Your children will be safe with us.
It's true. But also at the same time, we also want to find out, we want to be able to address some of the gaps that come up, because this is an opportunity for all those women who want to get into business. Yes, if you know you can provide a place, a platform where children are going to learn about financial literacy, where they're going to learn about a particular skill, life skill, and you are able to put all these systems in place to ensure they are safe, to ensure they're not molested, to ensure that the vices are not caught on.
Yeah.
You know, if you are able to put that into place, then you have clients waiting for you. You have clients waiting for you, because parents are very cagey. There's a lot of messages going out right now that parents, and won't even get into that, right? That parents are so worried about, because they're worried when the kids are in school. Now they're
when they are out.
They're also worried about when the kids are out, let alone when the kids are out of the house. So it's quite complex. But let's fast track now, okay? Let's fast track to the woman in business. If the woman in business is able to get all this wonderful literacy, financial knowledge from as early as possible on how to earn, on how to basically save, on how to budget and spend, and how to find that balance at all times. Don't you think it would be amazing? Because really, Uganda is ranked as an entrepreneur country, one of the best entrepreneur countries. But then most of the businesses do not see the second birthday. So there's something going wrong. They know how to earn, they're trying to diversify, but clearly there's something about
in the middle.
Yes, that is not working out. What do you think? Should we learn all these concepts from as early as possible and really transition?
I strongly believe that if you regard finances as a monster, that monster lives with us, whichever way it goes.
Yeah.
So when we get to know and handle the monster in the best way that we can, then we are better equipped to not be losers at the end of the day, and have this this major monster everywhere we go.
And when you talk about losers, it's being caught up in this cyclical
debt, high debt.
And
now
poverty.
There's good debt. There's very good debt.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes you have to access monies to start up things and do things. But the issue is, if you don't have good money financial management skills, you are going to burn up all that, and you won't have what you've said you wanted to make, you know. So at the end of the day, good debt is good. But if you're drowning in debt, then that means you don't have the skills that you need.
Yeah.
You have all those startups, and those startups can actually stay past that second birthday.
Please recap on that. Please just let us go through that again. It's very important. It's very, very important to go through that again.
So now,
and I wish you could even stress it. I wish you could even straight it.
Okay, so we have finances. Most of the things we get to do require having finances, and you can't stress that enough.
Yeah.
If you get to understand finances much later, or get into the financial activities much later, you're making your mistakes much later. You're leaving very little time to start moving ahead. What I'm thinking of right now is somebody made this statement, and I believe I've seen it, that when you don't have money, your mind is preoccupied by how you're going to eat, how you put a roof over your head. Those are your preoccupations.
The basics.
The basics. When you have your money right, your brain is opened up to thinking of ideas, new spaces. How do I do that? How do I do this?
Yes.
You're not in the basics. You don't want to be an adult and you're still operating in the basics.
True.
So let the basics be for the basics.
But you know that most of us are still adults, literally operating in basic mode.
Yes.
Basic mode.
Because the monster was shut up in the cupboard, but it didn't exist.
But I actually had one parent that I heard of, yes, during that COVID time, because there's quite a lot, everyone was very uber sensitive, right? And then this parent literally would get into panic mode and say, money is dirty, don't touch this money. You know?
Oh yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And it apparently it wasn't only that particular parent. There were so many other parents who were like, don't touch this, don't touch this, don't. And then money, don't touch it. And right now the child, still at the back of the child's mind, he still thinks money is dirty. You know, money is dirty. So the other parent is trying to get that out of the kid's mind. And yet, I think even when there was that health threat, I think the best thing would have been to put into, systems for sanitizing.
Exactly. Don't touch.
Labor, because money is necessary. You need money. You need money. So in this era of I think most of them are going cashless right now.
Yeah, actually.
But
money still operates at the bottom line.
I know, it's still.
You might not have it in your hands, but you still need to have it.
You need to have it, literally. What are those things that you are keen about in your program when you are passing on financial literacy skills to the girl and to the boy, so that when they're older, they will be more disciplined, but also able to flourish and fly? Okay,
so when you think of financial literacy, you're basically thinking of managing money management, but also saving. So it is budgeting mostly and saving. Now for the child, we add earning. Because for the child, they are in a home, they find basic necessities bought. Everything, they don't have to look for those things. So, and then we give them money. So that first place is not there. The adult learns to budget, the adult learns to save, but because the adult knows I go and work, but now I need to do this too. But for the child, we start at get it. We call it get it. Because
they can't earn.
You can't earn. You're not earning right now, but there's a place called earn. For them, they don't have that place in their head. Somehow they have what they want. If they don't have it, they'll say, Mommy, I want a sweet. Somebody was bugging me the whole time for some snack that I don't even know. Yes. Mommy, I want this. Mommy, I'm thinking, oh my goodness.
Labor laws.
You know? So in the child of the mind of the child,
yes,
in the mind of the child.
Yes, in the mind of the child.
In the mind of the child, things happen. How? They don't want to know. So we get them to be aware that money does not come from trees, from mommy's purse, or from anywhere. You get to earn it. You do some work, you earn money. No work, no money. Yes. So get that in your head. Step one, learn that money is earned. So we call it get it. So what are you going to do in the program to get it? Okay, so they hustle the whole week trying to find ways to get it. They come back, it's not working. They hustle another week trying to
they go to plan B, then they go to plan C.
And we tell the parents, no, plan B's and C's. The mind is tuned to finding something to do.
Yes.
So we run that and like pump it in.
Yeah.
You have to know that you earn it. So for the children, that step is important. Then we have save. When you get your money, all of your money is not to be spent. Yeah. There has to be a portion to save. Yeah. Now later we get into investing, especially for the older teenagers, into investing and helping with the help of the parents, finding places we can invest our money. So saving. So you get from, I've earned it, I want to spend all of it. No, it's not all for spend. We have other things that happen. We have tithe, we have give, we have save. Save. Yeah. Now, have you done those three? Thank you very much. The third one is spend. Yes. Now you can spend, but when you're spending, we have needs, we have wants, necessities, desires. Where is your money going to go? You get to decide, but can you make wise decisions? We've had a board game where they play on if you had a house and you have to spend on food and transport and they have to think, okay, transport, I can walk. Yeah. You're instilling those values of now you're spending, but sometimes some needs are more important than other.
Yes.
There's a cost. You don't have all the money.
Cost, yeah.
So you give them 5 bins and they have 20 things to spend on.
So what are their priorities?
What are the priorities?
Yeah.
So that is when budgeting comes in. Budgeting might not cater for everything, because your money is less than what you need.
And I want you to take a moment, because as a financial literacy instructor, with your forte with children, it's very important that we start as early as possible with our children. If we want women to thrive in business, we must be intentional about giving them these skills from as early as possible. Please just stress it to the woman out there in just a second or so, in just 1 minute, on how they should be able to pass on, be very intentional about passing on these skills to their young children, especially the young girls.
Mothers, teachers, fathers, wherever you are, we stress.
We stress it.
We stress it. It's very important to let your children be aware of financial literacy. The skills they need to become better equipped for the future and to have financial security. There is no better place to do that than starting now at the age they are. It helps them become better and protects them from making mistakes much later in their lives. Let them make the mistakes now so that later you have very responsible, financially free children.
Yes. That is it. Please, for any woman in business, we work together, we work hand in hand. Both genders, male and female, work hand in hand. If we put a system and a platform and a space for both genders to start from as early as possible, you have the supportive networks, literally, yes, as you grow up, but you also have this amazing knowledge, the financial literacy, freedom, and the knowledge to be able to make the wise decisions. So let us start with our girls from as early as possible. Let us start with our boys from as early as possible. And even as we move up, continue growing, continue flourishing, continue being the best that we are. Thank you, Rita, for joining us.
You're most
We're going to have another moment. We're going to have another session because we haven't exhausted all this. This is quite a lot. This has been Doreen Kemcho, this episode today with Rita, Women in Business on Smart 24 TV. Please join us next time on another episode where we get to learn more about what is happening, how best can we grow, and what can we do with the situation right now. Thank you so much, and meet you next time.
No life I put myself in and things going wrong with me.
They will delve into a gripping and eye-opening story that sheds light on the life of street children here in Kampala. These street children possess a resilience that challenges our assumptions.
Normally come here in the bus terminals. We see them coming to the bus terminal at around 8 to midnight, bringing things, sending to their people in Karamoja, Kapong, Kotido. But for them, they don't use the buses.
Don't miss this thought-proving journey. Tune in and let's unravel the truth together.